Hi, in today's video I'm going to update you on my very first two videos. First one is converting my SUV into a camper, and the other one is installing window screen for maximum stealth. So stay tuned. Hi, I'm David, Nomadic RV Living, and this channel is about getting out of the rat race and retiring early. Why? Because life is way too short to be miserable. On this video I'm going to show you some things I've learned camping in my SUV, some things that worked, some changes I've made, some ideas, and hopefully you'll get some good use out of this video. If you've seen some of my other videos, you know I also have a travel trailer, and I still have that. I still continue to use that, but periodically, like right now, I'm heading up to Colorado for a short trip, and it's easier for me just to take the SUV instead of lugging that trailer around. If you haven't seen the first two videos, I will link those at the very end to give you an update on what I've been doing. One of the questions a viewer had was the dimensions, and I didn't share that on the first video, so I'm going to measure this with the door closed. It is right at, looks like 6 feet 5 inches. And remember, the platform that I installed to add the extra length is about 11 inches or so. So I hope that helps on dimensions. Oh, and then the width wise, typical sleeping bag, which I use, about roughly 30 inches or so. And there's a little bit of a couple inches of gap between here and there. Total width sleeping area with the wheel wells is only about 40 inches. So good for one person. Might be a little tight for two, but it can be done. Okay, for the sleeping area, to make it more comfortable, originally I had one of these camping mats I purchased. They're lightweight, great for camping, tenting, but not very comfortable. Better than nothing, but might as well do what I can do. So this is some foam that my brother gave me. There is computer packaging material. It's like memory foam, works great. Very, very comfortable, like that. While I'm here, a couple other things, some tips and tricks that I've learned. Some, when it's cold, of course, lightweight gloves. I'm heading to Colorado, so I'll need these. I have two hats. One's a lightweight, one's a heavier weight, depending on how cold it is. Because you don't want to keep your heater running in your SUV all night long. And in this small space, it might be kind of difficult to have a portable gas heater. Also, this is something I use for my motorcycle when it's cold, is keep your nose warm. That works great. While I'm here, and of course I keep these right here, stored in the pocket behind the seat, so it's real easy to get to. Also right here, lifesavers, man. This face mask, I don't use this at home, but you know, when you're on the road or a hotel room or wherever, or a tent, especially a tent, keeps the light out so you can sleep better. And also some earplugs, keep the noise out if you're at a truck stop, campground, wherever you are, even out in nature, you hear noises. It helps you sleep really, really well. So of course I keep these right where I can easily find them, so in the small space you climb in, you're ready to go, you get a good night's sleep. Another thing I installed was this paracord. It just runs from the handles, the grip handles on each side of the car, and I have a little battery operated fan. I can hang it up here, and it keeps me cool when it's warm. I wouldn't recommend a battery operated one. I'd suggest a rechargeable one. Also, I have a couple solar lights that I hang on here that come in handy as well. One thing I've learned has to deal with the Reflectix for the windows. These are for the front. These are for the front of the vehicle, and I keep these up front when I'm traveling, and I'll explain in a second why. For the front window, I just have a standard window shade. For the passenger doors, I have my curtain rods that I use. I think I've shown those in another video. And then for these back side windows here, I have Reflectix, and I have Reflectix for the back of the SUV, which is up right now. And the thing I've learned about dealing with the Reflectix, especially these back two windows, is it's a pain in the butt to install it. Not install it, but you have to use like Gorilla Tape or duct tape to keep it in place. Now that's fine if you're going to be in one location for an extended period of time. But if you're going to be just traveling, you know, spending the night, the easiest thing I have found is I don't even use the Reflectix on the back two windows and the window for the tail. What I use is, this is a towel, and these are your standard clips. And what I do is, and originally what I did was I installed it back here and basically connected it up here. There's a couple more clips up here, you can't see those. And that's fine, that works. But what I found was even easier is I can take this and right at the back where my head is, where the other side of this platform is, I can install it right there. Granted, people can peek in the windows. These are very, very tinted windows. People can peek in the windows, but people can't see I'm sleeping in there. And the advantage of that is if it's raining or if you're in an area where you're not very comfortable, I can, from the inside of the SUV, I can install these because they're in my front seat when I'm traveling for camping. I can put up the front window shade. These are real easy to install. I've shown this on another video. I'm going to show you real quick. These are wooden dowels you can get from your hardware store, some old curtains, and I connect them with the grip handles on the door, so they hang up like that. It allows the air to flow in from the side windows, which I crack open. So with that setup, I don't have to get out of the SUV if I don't want to. It's just a much quicker installation versus, you know, taping up the Reflectix on these three back windows. In my video on the window screen install for maximum stealth, I use these magnetic strips, and they work, I would say, temporarily. I would not install your window screen in your SUV, put these on there, and then drive around for like 2 months unless you periodically check it, because these are not super strong, and just the vibration of the vehicle and opening and closing the doors. I found that I actually lost one of these, and I have plenty more of this magnetic stripping, but they're not, don't want to use it full-time, non-stop, unless you check it on a regular basis. The other thing about the window screen install is I found out I really am not using the window screens that much. If you're staying in an area where there's a lot of bugs, maybe in a, you know, depending on the season of the year or wherever you're staying, you might need it. But you know, if you're stopping at a truck stop or a Cracker Barrel or Walmart for the night, or you know, mooch stocking at a friend's house, or whatever you're doing, if you're not going to be there very long, I found it's just easier not to even install the screen when I'm not concerned about bugs. So if you've installed a window screen similar to the one I have from my previous video, I'd like to hear from you and let me know how that's working out for you. So if you have some suggestions on some things that maybe I should consider in my SUV camper, please put those in the comment section below. And if you're new to this channel and haven't already subscribed, please hit that subscribe button below down there as well. Thank you for your time. I appreciate your support. Thanks.